Okay, so I wanted to do this. Welcome, guys. Thanks again for logging on live. I wanted to do this because there's so many new people who just finished their first month, or maybe they just did an 11-day shred and they really don't know what to do next. And there's so many new people. I think in the last 30 days, we had over 300 new customers join. That's incredible. So with trying to just leverage time and give out as much information to as many people at one time, I thought this would be a great idea to do a Zoom call like this. So I'm going to open this up to questions at the end. So if you have any questions that come up while you're watching this, just jot them down, and I'll get to it at the end because I might actually cover it during the presentation. So I'm really excited to just go through some options for you guys. What I do want to start with first is continued weight loss. So if you get through your first month or your first order that you got with Isagenix and your goal is to continue to lose weight, okay, this is for anybody that's wanting to continue to lose weight. The first thing is that the 2 shakes a day really is a must. Just to get that weight off and to get to your goal faster, the 2 shakes a day is seriously going to be the game changer. So don't drop that second shake just yet. Even if you have to do the 2 shakes like you're 5 days a week and then the weekends are a little off, it's okay. But really try to encourage yourself or whoever you're coaching to stick with 2 shakes a day if the goal is continued weight loss, okay? Especially for continued weight loss. The next thing that will really help, obviously, with weight loss is to continue incorporating cleansing. Now, the best would be to do 2-day cleanses. And I'm going to talk a little more in detail about cleanses on the next slide. But the best is definitely, if you can, if you're fine with it, if you can do it, that's obviously the best. But incorporate some type of cleansing because that's really going to ignite your results and get you faster results to get you to your goal weight. Because the whole idea is to get you to your desired goal as soon as possible because maintenance is super simple. The next thing, if you want to continue to lose weight, is to limit cheating. So a lot of times I work with people and it's like they're trying to do the balance of like maybe that 80-20 lifestyle, but they're not at their goal yet. And so if you really want to get to that desired, whether it's a certain size, goal weight, or wherever you feel healthy and feel good, you don't want to overdo it on the cheating. I'll give you an example. I was talking with somebody, one of my customers once, and she still wanted to lose weight. And she was feeling like she wasn't getting the weight off. And I said, well, are you sticking to the plan? What's going on? And she's like, yes, except weekends. So I said, okay, well, tell me about the weekends. So she told me Friday night she cheats and drinks. Saturday she would also be social and drink and eat bad. And then Sunday, they usually would go out on their boat and they would drink and she would eat bad on Sunday. So I was like, that's 3 of 7 days. So that balance is not going to help you to lose weight. It might maintain where you're at, but that's too much cheating. So just be mindful of, we want you to obviously have a life and have this balanced lifestyle. But if your goal is to lose weight, you got to make that decision and not cheat as much. Okay. The next thing is to really think of any other areas that might be stalling weight loss, because a lot of times people forget that it's more than just the nutrition, which is the main part, and exercise, which also helps. But it's also things like sleep. Okay. If you don't get sleep, you actually can stall weight loss. And I know a lot of people don't realize that. So a lot of times when I talk to people and everything seems on point, I ask them how they're sleeping and I ask them about stress. So those 2 factors, stress and sleep, are things that you really want to make sure you're getting the proper sleep, and then obviously controlling your stress. And I know that, now is a time that people seem to be more stressed, and this is the most important time that we address that. And our Ionic Supreme is a great product for that, to help your cortisol levels and your stress level. And just trying to maybe do things like meditation, walks, just maybe trying to be around people that are positive and anything that helps you physically feel better. Because when we do get very stressed, our body composition and our like just the way that our hormones work inside of our body actually will hurt your weight loss. Obviously, a lack of exercise can also be an issue. If you are somebody that sits all day for work and you don't really exercise much, or maybe you're not exercising with enough variety to ignite weight loss, that can also be an issue. And then finally is portion control. So if you need to continue to lose weight, look at your portions. Sometimes for people, it's not really what they eat, it's how much. So obviously Isagenix is balanced. We don't say you have to give up carbohydrates, you have to give up fats. We don't say any of that. You actually eat everything, but in a portion and in moderation. So what I find is sometimes if somebody's like, okay, yes, I had a little pasta for dinner. Well, was it one portion, one serving? Or if you really measure it out, was it 3 or 4? And that's really easy to do, especially if you're are used to eating large amounts. So pay attention to that too. So now let's talk about what packs would be good for somebody that wants to continue weight loss. For the best value, if you are going to continue with 2 shakes a day and you're still going to incorporate cleansing like we're suggesting to you, the basic pack, it's called the basic 30-day, is great because you don't really need the starter packs like premium pack and value pack are great for your very first month. It comes with the blender and it comes with a lot of extras. You don't need to have that obviously every month. So a second month pack that's going to have what you need to continue on with that 30-day system and continue on with cleansing and 2 shakes a day, a 30-day basic pack's great. There's another pack called Daily Wellness Pack. Now, the Daily Wellness Pack is only available for people who are Lifestyle Reward members. It's an exclusive pack for those on Lifestyle Rewards. I personally suggest everybody start on Lifestyle Rewards, even if their intention is just to try it out, because you can always cancel. And if you start out that way, you've already locked in the best prices, and now you get these exclusive packs. So the Daily Wellness Pack, you guys, is 2 canisters of shake, 1 cleanse, 1 ionics, but you can add onto it. And it actually comes with a $50 voucher that you use at that time to continue adding things on. And it's great to work with your budget. But if you can do it and you have a lot more weight to lose, or you want to have 10, even 8 pounds more, the 30-day basic system is a great option for you. Now, the next one thing I want to really talk about is cleansing. Let's talk a little bit about cleansing and the different ways to cleanse and how you can get your results, or if you're helping somebody, if you're a coach and you're helping somebody get results. There's 3 approaches to cleansing. Now, I want to talk a little bit about daily cleansing. Now, you can do daily cleansing as just your you want to have it as like a supplement in your life. Like you want to make sure you're getting those superfoods into you. And so every morning you have some cleanse, whether you have a shot of cleanse or you have a mixture that you make with the powder. Okay. But you can incorporate it with an intermittent fasting of the 16-8. The 16-8 is when you fast 16 hours and eat 8. So it would be something like a 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. is when you're eating. And so you're going to fast at night while you're sleeping. You wake up in the morning, you have your cleanse, and you don't break your fast and don't have your first shake until noon. So that would be a daily cleansing with an intermittent fasting. So that's going to be more aggressive for a daily approach. Just a regular daily, just getting the cleanse product in your body, just, normally, and you still are eating, from morning until evening. That's just basically like you're just having that as a supplement because you're not really fasting long. Does that make sense? Okay. The next one is a 1-day cleanse. So a lot of times people ask, well, is it more beneficial to do a 2-day? Like, what's the difference? Here's the thing. A 1-day cleanse is really great, and it's actually really great to throw in there every so often, even when you're on maintenance. But it does take your body about that first 24 hours just to get through cleansing your organs. A lot of it is removing sugars from your liver, breaking down all of that. So by the time you get to stored fat, you're already past 24 hours. So that's why getting into that second day is where that magic happens for fat loss. So that's why when we see these incredible testimonies with people like, oh my gosh, their body like completely shrunk, they're doing 2-day cleanses. It's really amazing. It does take willpower. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about good, better, best. I mean, you know what? Sometimes people have to ease into that, and that's okay. You might not be able to do a 2-day cleanse till you're 5 months into this. That's totally fine. A lot of people ease into it, but that's the difference. So the 1-day cleanse is great. It will really help on a cellular level. It'll help your body, and you'll start to chip a little bit away, little tiny bit, just right when you're getting into that fat burning mode. Now, boom, you break the cleanse. So that second day is going to be completely like 80% is going to be fat burning, fat loss. That 80% fat loss the second day. The first day is about 20%. So that's really the difference. Now, for those of you who have done a 2-day cleanse, you might even agree. The first day seems harder. If you agree with that, put it in the chat. The first day seems harder because you're hungrier on the first day. The second day, you actually don't feel hungry, but you might just be over it. So it's more mental. Does that make sense? I think a lot of people kind of find that to be true. Like they wake up the second day and they're like, I'm really not even hungry. I'm totally fine. Or you almost don't even know what you would eat, but it's more mental because, you're kind of like, food is a social thing, and it's hard sometimes getting that second day and you're, not sitting down to take that break to eat. It's like a total mind thing. So if you can get through that first day and you have that willpower and your mindset is strong, the second day is not going to be tough because your body's already used to it. So I hope that helps encourage some of you to do those 2 days. Now, this is a great pack for anybody that's really serious about continuing to lose weight and they want to incorporate 2-day cleanses. So a lot of people don't talk about this, so I'm really excited to share this with you guys. There's a race to maintenance pack. What does race to maintenance mean? It means that you want to get to your goal as fast as possible so that all you have to do is maintain, right? So it's called race to maintenance. It's found in your back office. It's available whether you're Lifestyle Rewards or not, but Lifestyle Rewards is cheaper. So it really makes sense to just do that. You can cancel it anytime. So race to maintenance comes with 3 shakes. 3 canisters, bags, whatever, your whole blend, or the isolene. It comes with 4 canisters of cleanse. 4, okay? I'm gonna explain why. It comes with 2 cleanse support snacks. You can choose the Peanut Bliss snack bites, which I would totally choose. So much better than those wafers, or you could choose the wafers. This will allow you guys to do a 2-day cleanse every week for 4 weeks after your first month, right? Or whenever you want to do. But this is a call about after your first month. So a lot of people ask, how often can you do the 2-day cleanse before you need to have a break? You can actually do this for up to 6 weeks where you do 2-day cleanses, week 1 through week 6. It's very aggressive, very, very aggressive. The key is, it's very important, you're cleansing a lot. You have to have enough calories on your shake days. So what is suggested that I have looked up was for those shake days. So now you're finished month 1, you did 2-day cleanses. Now you get into your race to maintenance for 4 weeks, and you're going to have your 2-day cleanse every week. What is suggested for shake days is to have 2 shakes and 2 small meals rather than only 1 meal and 2 shakes and a couple snacks. You want to up your calories a little bit because you're only eating 5 of 7 days each week. So it's okay to up your calories. You still want to be really clean eating. You still want to be very aware of, obviously choosing right foods. You want to replenish your body with good nutrients, but you don't want to deprive. You don't want to be too low of calories. It's very important, guys. And I had a client years ago who cleansed too much. She overdid it and it backfired. And I kept telling her, eat more, eat more. She didn't eat enough and she over cleansed and it backfired. So I'm really passionate to make sure everybody understands this. After 6 weeks, you have to take a break from 2-day cleanses. I would take a full week at least of no cleansing at all. And then if you want to incorporate a daily or 1 day, but you've got to take a break, okay? Because your body has to adjust and bounce back a little bit. Don't freak out if you see the scale change, guys. That's going to be normal. But this will really get your body. If you have a lot of weight to lose and you want to do this, that's the protocol called race to maintenance. And it is a serious structured one. So that's probably why you don't hear about it a lot. A lot of people don't opt to do it because it is very structured. But if you have a willpower and you're like, I want to get to my result, then that's what you want to do, is the race to maintenance. Okay. And then finally, I want to talk to you guys about cleanse days. You know, there's good, better, best. Okay. This is a nutritionally supported fast, and you want to make sure you can give yourself the gift of time. Maybe the first few times you do it, you've got to use a lot of support items. And then maybe you just end up like, you don't really need that many support items, right? Here's the thing. You know, there was a question in our group today about what you can eat. It is really not supposed to be a day of eating. It's supposed to be a day of fasting. There are products that are allowed, but we also had to come out with a point system. The company came out with a point system because what happened was when they started to have approved items, people were eating all day long. Guilty, I did too. I was like, oh, we're allowed to have all this stuff. Great. Totally guilty. So then they came up with, no, you still need to be fasting, guys. You can't be like, snacking all day long. So it is really designed to give your body just a little bit of what it needs to keep that blood sugar stable and give a little bit of those macronutrients. It's not about calories so much as what's in the product. Okay, with that being said, the peanut butter bliss bites, those snack bites, they came out with those because people just really hated the wafers. Those are actually really, truly designed for cleanse days to help work with the cleanse, okay? Other products that you have to space out, weigh thin, space out, don't eat a whole bag at one sitting. And the oat bakes, you got to cut that in half, okay? So you don't want to have where you're eating and your body starts to digest and break down food. It's just got to be a little bit. So cleanse days still are fasting. It's not like, let me know everything I can eat so I can eat all day. It's really, you got to be really careful. If you are like struggling, go over the 10 points, guys. Totally. I just want you to know that how it's designed. And then maybe you can work up to keeping it 10 or under. Some people are like, oh my gosh, guess what? I cleansed and I only used 6 points, and they're so excited. The BIA is great to use. The energy drink BIA is awesome because it suppresses your appetite. The Isagenix coffee is great. Black coffee, I make it iced. It suppresses appetite, totally suppresses your appetite. You can do like herbal teas, things like that. I love the broth. The bone broth to me is, I just feel like that's such a game changer to be able to utilize the bone broth during our cleanse days. E-shots are a lot. I mean, there's so many things, but you don't want to use every single thing. You still want to keep your points to 10. If you start to go and say, oh, like this food is only this many calories, I can have it. No, guys, it's going to affect the result because it's what's in the food that makes the cleanse work, not the calories amount. So for example, somebody asked about sugar-free Jell-O, that it was only like 10 calories or something. Sugar-free Jell-O is junk. You shouldn't even have that on your shake days. So you've got to look at chemicals, not just calories. I hope that makes sense. Again, I would rather eat a whole apple in one sitting than just squash it and not do it. But I just want to be honest that it's good, better, best. Now for maintenance, this is exciting. When you get to maintenance, okay, so how can you maintain your results? I would definitely suggest at least keeping one shake a day. And my advice for anybody, even when you just get started and you're overwhelmed, is master the morning. Just master the morning. Even if the whole first week of your program, all you do is get your mornings down pat. Start with something. The morning is so important. You wake up, you come from fasting because you're sleeping, you wake up, whatever you put in your body is so important. That's why we want that Ionics early in the morning. That's why we love to have our shake as our breakfast. One shake at least in the morning, okay? If it fits your lifestyle, do 2 a day still, if you're happy with it. I personally like to still do 2 a day on most days because I'm so busy. I want to make sure I'm getting my nutrients in. Also, if you're on maintenance and you like to kind of cheat on the weekends, Friday night's pizza night, you want to have a cocktail on Saturday, whatever, during the week, it's good to have those 2 shakes a day. So kind of see what works for you. I'm one that I like the 2 shakes a day during the week because on the weekends, I kind of get off a little bit, okay? But at least one, okay? The next thing, guys, is so important. for maintenance. Focus on overall health. You know, it's not just about weight. It's not just about what you look like in the mirror. Like, really think about when do you feel good? So many people are caught up in, I want to look good in my bikini for this, or I'm going there, or I have to fit in my skinny jeans or whatever, which is great. I get it. I'm totally like that too. But when you really focus on your health, and especially now, like, people want to have a strong immune system. They want to feel good and feel healthy. So some things, definitely Ionics. I will preach Ionics forever and ever and ever. If you are on the tightest budget ever, I'm going to tell you shakes and Ionics. Ionics is so important. You guys are flooding your body with minerals that are missing from our food. It will be a huge game changer in your overall health. I absolutely swear by Ionics. You can have 2 servings a day if you're stressed or if you feel like you need it. It's such a great product. What I have started to do and been really committing to doing, and I've actually given myself a checklist of everything I want to get into my body, is I do the powder Ionics with a scoop of powdered green. So we have our organic green superfood. It's a scooper. And the powder Ionics, 1 scoop each with water, ice. I shake it up. It's like my superfood green juice. And guys, I'm really picky about taste. I won't put the organic greens in my shake because I like my shake the way it tastes and I don't want to change it. So the only way I decided, like, I'm not getting the greens, I keep missing them, is that I tried it this way and it's good. And I'm picky about that taste stuff. I shake it up. It's really good. In fact, this morning, my daughter, who's 8, asked me what it was and tried it. And she said, "Ooh, that's good." So if an 8-year-old doesn't mind this green drink, you guys would be great with it. Also, for overall health, daily cleanse. And like I told you, it could be that you're incorporating fasting. I do personally, most of the time, like to break my fast at noon and have some different things before that, but not my shake yet. So I have the daily cleanse. The first thing is what I have. I have my probiotic, and then I have my daily shot of cleanse. And then I do my greens with my Ionics, and then I work out, and then I wait until noon before I have my shake. So that's just what works for me. Find out what works for you, but daily cleanse is very great for maintenance. Or you might love cleansing and you might every month want to do a 2-day cleanse, just once a month or every 8 weeks or something. It's because it is really, truly so healthy for you. So that's great too. Obviously, your shakes are so important for overall health too. And then I want you to think about, what other issues do you have? Like gut health. Gut health is a really big one. 2 out of 5 women, just women alone, 2 out of 5 women have gut issues. So this includes like digestive issues, bloating, gas, any kind of discomfort, not digesting your food really well. So our isobiome is a great system. We have a digestive enzyme, and we also have a great probiotic. I found, to me, I've had digestive issues since I was about 17, 18 years old, seeing doctors for it, up until I actually started Isagenix, but I want to be very compliant. But I did have a lot of digestive issues until I really got on this program. So I'm a really big believer in taking care of your gut. So our gut health system's awesome. Immune, guys, I'm big on immune systems. So the immune booster, I put that in my first shake every morning. The collagen bone broth is great, not only for the collagen and to feel like your skin and hair and nails look better, but it's also great for your immune system. So that's another thing I have as a goal, is to have that every day. I also, it's not an Isagenix product, but I did start taking zinc, just with all the whole COVID stuff and everything. So zinc's really good too. Aging, if you want to start focusing on, healthy aging, look into our healthy aging, especially our Isagenesis, the telomere support. Amazing product. It works over time. It's not something like you see with weight loss. It's not like, wow, 11 days and I look 10 years younger. It's not like that, but it does work over time. And it also helps tighten your skin. And there's a lot of health benefits to that as well. And then of course, energy, like a lot of times with people with Isagenix, they say, my energy is so much better. I can't believe it. I'm sleeping better. I wake up before my alarm. My workouts are better. What is this? Why would you want to stop feeling like that? I don't get it. When people say, oh my gosh, I feel great after that month. Okay, I think I'm good now. I'm like, okay, but the products made you feel that great. So think about this, guys. What's your health? What's your overall energy? What is it worth to you? These products are working. Reallocate your spending. If you're stopping at Starbucks, Panera Bread, Chick-fil-A, that's not serving your body. reallocate that spending and put it into the products that are making you feel so good. So some products that are great for energy, overall, our system, doing the shakes, doing the cleansing, all of that is great for energy. But also Ionics is a huge one. And then we have targeted solutions for energy. We have our BIA, which stands for Botanical Energy and Adaptogens. So if you're somebody that's a coffee drinker, or you like those crazy energy drinks and you want to get off of that, or soda or something, switch to BIA. It's going to be such a big difference in your overall health and how it just works in your body. Our E-shots, E-plus shots, they're a plant-based energy shot. They also have adaptogens in it. And Natural Accelerator is another one. It's not a like powerful like stimulant, because we have no stimulants, right? So you're not going to be like all jazzed. But the Natural Accelerator has that apple cider vinegar in a capsule, right? Because a lot of people are into like taking shots of that. Well, you don't even need to. You just take that Natural Accelerator. It has cayenne pepper. It has cinnamon bark, green tea extract, natural ingredients to heat up a sluggish metabolism. So the Natural Accelerator, you can take it as a daily supplement. I do. I personally take 2 at a time after my shake. That's what it feels good, because on an empty stomach, does it mix right for me personally. So what packs are good for maintenance? The most popular is that daily wellness pack that I was telling you about. And then you can add on. So the daily wellness, again, you get 2 shakes. So that's enough for 1 a day. You get 1 cleanse, and you get 1 Ionics, and a $50 voucher to add in whatever you want. And then if you go over the 50, you get 10% off. That's a deal. So that's why that pack's the most popular. Daily wellness, it's only available for Lifestyle Reward members. And another pack that's really great is Shake and Ionics. And again, if you are like down to saying, I want to do this, but I want to spend the lowest possible, I just don't want to spend right now, Shake and Ionics. Just at least have the shakes and Ionics at the very minimum. So let's talk about breaking a plateau. So right now, if you guys are just starting, you're probably going to continue to see results for a bit. What happens a lot of times is people see these great results. It's normal, by the way, to see a lot of quick results in the beginning, because you're making a big change and you're cleansing, and then you start to move on and it's coming off slowly. That's normal. That's actually healthy. So don't worry about that. But when you hit a plateau is when you feel like you do want to see different results, but you're not, and you're doing everything that you feel you should be doing. So what can you do to break that? That's what a plateau is. Not slower, because it's going to be normal to have the weight come off slower, guys. You know, the first initial couple months and you're cleansing, and even if you're doing that race to maintenance, it's going to come off fast. So don't be alarmed when that weight comes off slower. But I'm talking about it's at a halt. You're doing everything and you still feel like you have weight to lose. Not that you are scale obsessed, and not that you have some kind of like mind thing that you're just obsessed about getting too thin, because that's not a plateau. Literally, you know that you health-wise should be losing a little bit more weight and you can't. That's a plateau. So here's some things. Number 1, add more protein to your diet. The more protein, it ups the fat burning. So if you're legitimately at a plateau, some things you could think about is, instead of having your daily isoline shake, you can try the Isoline Pro, okay? Or if you want to, you love the shakes, you don't want to do the Isoline Pro, you can actually add Tri-Release protein. Tri-Release protein is not a meal. It's just going to up your protein intake. That's my favorite. I like it better than the Isopro, which is an option. Personally, the Tri-Release I like better. I like the taste better, and I feel like the results are better. But we do have Isopro, and we also have a whey-based Isopro. So if you are plant-based, we have plant-based and we have a whey-based protein, okay? So Isopro comes in whey and in plant-based. So you can, if you're only plant-based and you don't want to do the Tri-Release, you can do the plant-based Pro. And that's just protein extra to add on to your shake, or just take in the middle of the day, maybe before bed, but that will help. You can add protein also, obviously, with food, just choosing really lean, good proteins. 2, I don't know what the heck that switch up your blank. It's supposed to say switch up your workouts, your exercise, okay? So if you are feeling like you're in a plateau and you're working out, I like to ask people, how are you working out? Like, what's your workout look like? Sometimes people are just doing all cardio and they're not lifting any weights, they're not doing any resistance, or they're just not changing it up enough. So HIIT training's really good. Any kind of like incorporating your stamina training, your conditioning with strength is very good. Switching that fitness routine up is going to help break plateaus as well. 3, get enough sleep. We talked about sleep already, but a lot of times when people are in a plateau, I'm like, how are you sleeping? Are you getting enough sleep? You got to get your, 7, 8 hours. We do have a great sleep spray as well. Also, what helps is taking that scoop of tri-release protein or the pro, either one, plant-based or regular, scoop of that with water before bed, and then having the sleep spray. We call it the bedtime belly buster because it does target the belly fat, but also helps you sleep. That's really important. You burn fat when you're in deep REM sleep. So if you're not sleeping, it can really impact your results. 4 is check your calories. So a lot of times people are eating off of what they should be for their macros. So macros are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. There's a like personalized calculation. If you want to get it done, my husband Rod does this for clients. For anybody on our Isagenix team, he does do it for a discount. He usually does it for part of his program, but if you just want to have your macro numbers done, let him know. But it is basically designed for your body, where you're at, what your goals are, and then he'll tell you what you should be hitting as far as your protein, your carbs, and your fat. And it is an eye opener because I got it done and I was like, okay, I was kind of a little off in these areas. And what I did was I stuck to it pretty good. I like really calculated my macros for about 2 weeks up until my NYK. I was going to train on stage. So I was really, really wanting to get in the best shape ever. So I was focused to do it. But after, I didn't continue to log my numbers, but just knowing where I was off helps me every day because I know I was over fats, I was under protein, and a lot of times I was under carbs. So it just helps you know that you're not eating correctly for what you're trying to do. So even just sticking to it for a short term, you just know kind of you get used to how you're supposed to be eating for your body. And number 5 is, of course, again, is the stress, because that is a big one. So if you're hitting a plateau, a lot of times you could just be stressing out and your body is not going to release any weight. So those are basically what I wanted to go over. Now what I'll do is turn it over to you guys and see if you have any questions. You can either unmute or you can write in the chat, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm going to go ahead and look to see if I can see the chat. Yes, here it is. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. No questions, but you guys are just commenting that you agreed with a lot of stuff. Anybody have a specific question? Now is the time to ask. If not, no worries. We'll try to do some of these calls more often if you guys feel like they're helpful. But I just really wanted to make sure that I gave you guys a little bit of information. Was this helpful? Do you guys feel like this was giving you a little insight of where to go next and how to get to your goals and stuff? Okay. I don't know if I have to check the chat. Okay. Thank you guys. All right. Yes. So helpful. Good, good, good. Awesome. So this, if you are somebody brand new, then it should help you a little bit better. If you're somebody that's helping other people, this might help you how to help them. So it's all about just learning, and everybody is different. Everybody's different. I love that this is not cookie cutter. I love that it's so many different types of things that we can adjust based on the person, because guess what? We're all different. We all have different mindsets. We all have different willpower. We have different lifestyles. So it's really important that you got to kind of fine tune. Like I personally love the 16-8. I can wait till noon to break my fast, but my work schedule allows me to. I'm like working from home. I work out a little like 8:30 in the morning, and I kind of get the hunger at bay with the coffee, and it works for me. Other people are like, I have to get up at 4 a.m. and I work out at 5, and then there's no way I could fast. I'm like, then don't do it, because it's not going to work for you. So find what really truly works for you and how you can present this to other people if you're helping them, because everybody's going to be different. But I hope I gave you guys some great options today, and basically just helped you guys kind of what to do next. And anytime you have questions, I love our support group. There's so many great people that, can kind of share different things with each other. And I'm also trying to get I actually emailed the head of the nutrition department of Isagenix about cleanse support food if it's not Isagenix, and wanted to pick her brain. And she offered to do a call for my team, which I thought was awesome. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take you up on that. So look out for that, because we could really have, that science and nutrition background, because she has her degree in it and she has so much knowledge. So